Well, that was quite the scrappy encounter to close out what has been a very, very fun day in the FIFA World Cup. Now, of course, you'd remember the match day started with a 3-3, and then there was a 3-2. Then after that, there was a pretty closely contested 1-0 between Brazil and Switzerland, and now Portugal have actually they've registered a 2-0 win over Uruguay that has now sealed their spot in the FIFA World Cup knockouts. You heard that right? The breaking news update for you guys. Portugal are through to the FIFA World Cup knockouts. Now, how exactly that's the case is due to the fact that they've got 6 points. So they won their first game against Ghana 3-2. Now they've beaten Uruguay 2-0, which means that as things stand, with 6 points having been accrued and a goal difference of +3, Portugal are guaranteed to be in that top two. So that means that they've qualified and they now become the third team, in fact, to have confirmed their qualification for the knockout stages. Don't forget, defending champions France were the first. After that, the second team to do so were, of course, they happened before, was Brazil. And now Portugal are also through to the knockout round. So massive, massive news. People always talk about, this is the fact that this would be both Ronaldo and Messi's last World Cup. And Ronaldo's Portugal are now through to the knockouts. And you can say that their style of play hasn't been as effective. You can say that maybe they could be playing better. But the fact of the matter is they've gotten the job done. And that in itself is worthy of, in fact, taking notes, because they've actually been able to get the job done despite the fact that at times they've been up against opponents who have been determined to make it hard for them. In fact, if you just look at Uruguay today, they employed pretty similar tactics to what Ghana had, put in place when, of course, they were playing Portugal. Uruguay also looked to play with 5 defenders, 3 centre backs, and the full backs or the wing backs, in fact, were playing more like full backs really, because they were more often than not tucked deep rather than looking to make forward runs. And it did work for the most part. Again, Portugal barely created anything of note in the first half. In fact, if you go by the first half, Uruguay could have been at least a goal ahead. Bentancur, very, very unlucky, or you can say, he actually didn't finish properly. He ended up doing all the hard work, dribbling past the Portuguese defense and then shooting straight at the goalkeeper. But never mind, Bruno Fernandes put them ahead, and of course, most people thought it was a Cristiano Ronaldo goal, because Ronaldo, to be fair, did claim it and he thought he got something on it with the header, but he didn't actually get anything on it. The goal was given to Fernandes. Then again, it did get scratchy later on. Uruguay can consider themselves a little bit unlucky because they had one effort hit the post from Pelestri. After that, Suarez was in space from, of course, a free kick, and he ended up sending it wide. But Portugal then ended up getting another bit of a fortuitous penalty, you can say, because again, it seemed like a 50-50 call. I mean, the interpretation could go either way. You could say that, okay, look, maybe the player's hand was in an unnatural position, but there was really no other place he could have kept it, considering he was rolling on the floor. Anyhow, the penalty got given. Bruno Fernandes stepped up. Boy, how much Cristiano Ronaldo would have been wishing that he was on the pitch at that point in time, but he had been subbed off. So Bruno Fernandes steps up, confirms his brace, and confirms Portugal's spot in the knockout round. So obviously that's the big news. Uruguay, in fact, don't forget, are still in with a chance technically, because of course they are, of course, they've got 1 point. If they're not won any of their games, they would be out. Of they're not picked up a single point, but they picked up 1 point, so they are, in fact, still in contention for making it to the knockouts. But of course, it's a very bleak situation for them, because remember, they will be facing Ghana, who, by the way, have looked like a top team. Very unlucky to lose against Portugal, but did very well today against South Korea. So Uruguay and South Korea, as things stand, both have gotten a point. Neither of them are out of contention as such, but they will have to rely on a lot of results going their way. As things stand, Portugal, the only team through from this group. There's 3 other teams vying for 1 more spot. What exactly or who exactly that team will be, something we'll only know soon enough. But don't forget, tomorrow onwards, the last round of matches in, of course, the group stages will be starting. So stay tuned to Sports Today for that. Right now, I'm taking you guys leave, but thank you all so much for joining us. I see you commenting, I see y'all's likes, see all of your love. Continue to shower it on us if you enjoy our coverage, and don't forget to like this video, share it with your friends, subscribe to the channel, tap that bell icon, leave us a comment, and of course follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook as well. Don't also forget to download the Sports.app, where you can check out the highlights from the FIFA World Cup free of cost, and also get highlights from the Abu Dhabi T10 League as well as India's series in New Zealand. So thank you all for joining us once again. I'm bidding you farewell for today, but I hope to see you guys with us again tomorrow. Good night, take care, and bye bye.